Am I from Savannah? You're gonna have to watch this video to find out. So let's get into it. Hello, my name is Nicole Moore. I'm a real estate agent in the Savannah and surrounding areas with Real Broker. I'm bringing you tons of information about relocating to Savannah, buying and selling a home, market updates, tips and tricks, all the things. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like this video and watch it all the way to the end if you want to find out if I'm actually from Savannah. So I've helped hundreds of families relocate to Savannah, buy and sell in Savannah. And one of the most common questions that I get is, you don't sound very country, Nicole. And honestly, no, I don't, because, well, number one, I'm not from Savannah. And number two, I actually moved around almost every 2 to 3 years my entire life. This upcoming year will be the longest place I've ever lived my whole entire life. So I guess you could say that I'm becoming a part of Savannah. How did I get to Savannah? Well, my husband was previously in the military and we were stationed at Fort Drum, New York. So coming from New York to Savannah was absolutely incredible because New York has terrible weather and we were up near the Canadian border. We had lake effect snow. It was freezing. I had 2 small babies and 2 dogs. It was just a nightmare. So when we moved here, it was absolutely life-changing. And I've actually been in the South a lot growing up because my dad was also in the military. So my dad was in the Air Force. I was born in Wyoming. I'll let that sink in. I was born in Wyoming. I was born in a small town called Wheatland, Wyoming. So you can go ahead and look that up on a map. But I was born in Wyoming. I didn't live there until I was actually in high school for 2 years. But as soon as I was born, we moved to Montana, England, Guam, South Dakota. Then we went to Florida. We went to Tampa, Florida, which is where MacDill Air Force Base is at. Then we moved to Wyoming, and I went to high school 2 years there because my dad was stationed there. Then we moved back to Florida, but I lived in the Panhandle this time at Eglin Air Force Base in Fort Walton Beach area. And then after that, I went to college in Tallahassee. Then I went to college in Boca Raton, Florida. So then now we're going down to South Florida. And then after that, I moved to Alabama with my parents because my husband was getting into the military and I had small babies. And then we moved to New York, back to Alabama, and then back to New York, and then we moved to Savannah. So I have lived in quite a bit of places, and I can definitely attest to relocating, knowing what that feeling feels like, and also understanding the differences in a lot of areas. So a lot of times I'll be speaking to clients and they're like, oh, I'm coming from this area. And usually we have some type of connection in that area. So I know what it's like to live in the Midwest. I know what it's like to live out of the country. I know what it's like to live all over Florida. I know what it's like to live in, states like Alabama. It's very cool to be able to relate to clients and their story of being able to relocate and how that feels and how scary that feels opening up that new chapter in life. So I just wanted to share with you my transplant story. I really want to also expand on something. So because I actually know what relocating multiple times feels like and what that looks like, I specialize that with a lot of my clients here, and I service a very wide area. There's a lot of real estate agents that specifically like to focus on one city, one town, one area. So there's some agents that specifically only like to work downtown. There's some that only like to work in Richmond Hill. There's some that only like to work in the Effingham County. And I actually service a very large area because I have buyers that are interested in all those areas. So I've had hundreds of clients buy all over the place, and I know them like the back of my hand because I've driven them hundreds of times, probably showing houses. And also just having the opportunity to be able to help people is really incredible, and to show them what options they have available to them. So I hope you found this video very valuable, and if you moved around as much as me or more, please comment below because I would love to hear it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more information about the Savannah area, more information about real estate, or if you just want to get to know me. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.